So we just like to kind of talk about, say, the Trinity Student Managed Fund, how you kind of went into that, how you gravitated towards that, and kind of why you joined that.
Yeah, so when I got to college, or I guess even before I got to college, I would like find a stock that day, kind of like when I was on that app trading, and then I'd go home and I'd sit down at the dinner table and I'd kind of almost propose the stock to my family. Not that they had any expertise in financial markets, but I was like, I just wanted to get some feedback on kind of what I was saying and for people to like hear the idea that I've been crafting up all day. And then I realized like they didn't really care quite as much for financial markets as I did and for the story behind the stock. And then I also realized maybe I wasn't really understanding why things were moving the way they were. So when I came to college, during Freshers Week, I stumbled upon the Student Managed Fund at the stand, at like the Freshers Fair stand, and they told me you can learn how financial markets work and why they move, and that community of people where I could learn that together, and there was no need to have any knowledge and start from scratch. It was just incredible because it meant I could like learn with people and actually really figure out why things were moving the way they were.
Can you give us an example, Ashleen, of maybe one of the stocks or shares, as I call them, that you would have bought perhaps before being introduced into the fund? Is there any that you can think of that you may have pitched to your family, as you said earlier?
Yeah. Ooh, I'm trying to think.
One example of one, would it be like a Pepsi Cola, like a big blue chip type stock, or was it something completely kind of not known that you had stumbled upon, or did you have a philosophy around, was it in a certain sector like tech or pharma, or was it just completely random? Just interested to know at that early stage what your kind of thought process
I think
was.
I saw somewhere you writing kind of look what's around you, kind of look what you can't go without every day. Maybe look kind of something that, say, I remember you even mentioned the batteries that you're using every day, something like that. Is there any kind of stock, I suppose, that you say bought before maybe going into that fund, where one of those stocks that you'd kind of mentioned in kind of that piece?
Yeah, I think I started with like the really big classic blue chips like Apple. I thought that was like, I really understood it was a big company, could buy fractional shares of it. So that was very easy to dip into. And then something I'm quite passionate about is like ESG and kind of investing in the future. So I started getting really into like water stocks, which wasn't great because I really didn't understand what was going on there and understand what was moving them. But it was kind of that being able to put my money where I wanted my impact to go. And so that was really where I first started looking, was not only kind of the names I knew and the names I was comfortable with, but like what I actually really cared about.